good? Where are you?
Huh?
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Nope.
You want some?
Someone.
Mango basil.
Why are you eating Zoe's stuff?
Because I want to know what it tastes like.
No, I do not want that. I want this. Since it's my cheat day. Merge.
Our daughter opened it. Ew, this is gross. She likes this.
No te manda por eso en la boca. Well, I told you.
Mangoes and basils do not go together. Have you been wanting to know what married life is like? Do you want to know how to deal with emotional Hispanic men? Do you want to know the real? Stay tuned for this lovely husband tag.
Word.
And we will share all of the reasonings behind Hispanic men who cry sometimes.
Really?
Hey friends and family, welcome back to another episode of Let's Get Personal with Jillian DeFoot. I am Jillian DeFoot.
And I'm in Ernie. Just call me Ernie.
Ernesto.
That's Ernesto, but just call me Ernie.
Some of our dying viewers, well, they're not dying.
I hope not.
Our viewers have been dying to know some questions on how to deal with men in general, but there was one particular person who asked how to deal with either non-emotional or emotional Hispanic machismo men.
Ooh.
My husband can be one of those every once in a while, but not 24/7. So I figure what better way to answer your questions than by talking to him.
Yeah, sure.
So he agreed to do this because, you know, he's a cool dude. And I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to hide the identity of the individual.
Sure, whatever she says.
Let's see here. So this particular person asked, men in Hispanic culture aren't allowed to show emotions, or they are considered weak, so when a woman lets them know their issues, they can't handle it. And men in Hispanic cultures almost take sometimes a woman's emotions as baggage and don't want to deal with it.
Is that true? Is that true?
I don't know, because before me...
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, he's being ultra sarcastic right now.
Yes.
Okay, so talk to the people about this. What?
So I'm going based on that statement, right? Well, that question of that individual. Hispanic men are not emotional, is what she said.
Yeah, or are like seen as weak if they do show emotion, so they don't know how to handle it when a woman is emotional.
I disagree. If a man doesn't show his emotion, I call that considered weaknesses. Because emotion, expressing emotion is not a wrong thing. It's not a sign of weaknesses. You're just expressing of how you feel. How can my wife know, and I deal with this with her all the time, and we still do. But if I say to my wife, oh, you know what, I'm good, but in reality I'm in a deep hole of depression or an anxiety, but she knows it, but I don't open up to her, it's just going to open some can of worms, and she's just going to keep bugging until I open up. But it's nothing wrong to open up. It's just that she wants to know what is my problem, or what is that I'm struggling with, or what I'm battling with, because she wants to come into an agreement so she can pray or she can help me in the whatever that I'm going through. So it's nothing wrong to open up. Like, if you actually, those Latino men out there that are watching this video, no disrespect, but if you're one of those that don't open up or think that you all macho man, superhero, etc., I'm telling you, you're wrong. You need to open up. Your wife is just not I'm sorry for my phrase that I'm gonna say, but she's not just a sex buddy or a sex toy for you to bang the crap out of her and that's it. No, she's your best friend. She is a person that cares for you, not just physically, but she cares emotionally as well. So it's not wrong to open up to your wife or to your partner or to your fiance or whatever your situation is right now. Nothing wrong with that. That's my opinion.
You heard it from the mouth of a Hispanic man.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. My parents are from Bayamón, Puerto Rico. And one thing that I have learned, that there's nothing wrong to open up. It doesn't mean that because I cry or I open up emotionally to my wife doesn't make me a punk or a loser or a weak or a person that is weak. No, what makes me strong is when I open up. So if you're hearing those, and I'm talking to the man, I don't want to talk to the woman. That's your job. But if you're a man out there watching this video, don't feel that you're a punk or a little sissy that opens up and cry to your wife or to your partner. There's nothing wrong with that. Same thing with Jesus Christ, and I have to say this because I'm a Christian. For you to actually receive deliverance, you need to confess. You need to open. Same thing. There's no issues of opening up. My opinion.
I want to put a little asterisk and a star in there because this is not something that we're out of the water from, right? Like, this is literally a thing that me and Ernie are still going through. It's every day he'll be like, yeah, I'm fine, honey. Yeah, I'm fine. Or like earlier today, he knew I was annoyed. And I didn't say anything. I just kind of brushed it off as like, yeah, I'm fine. But he knew something was wrong. Actually, fellas, if your woman tells you she is fine,
please don't believe her.
And you might want to run because it might be you.
If you believe her, I guarantee you're going to have hell when you sleep. Just giving you FYI.
And vice versa. If your man is saying that he's okay.
Oof, excuse me.
As he's like ultra hungry, which I don't know why, because
it's my cheat day.
He just ate so many carbs. But what I'm saying is, Ernie will sometimes tell me, yeah, I'm fine. But it's in the tone, right? So you gotta pay attention to that detail. If a dude is sounding really annoyed, he ain't fine. It's the same way that when you say, your version as a woman, your version of I'm fine means I'm about to blow your head up, right? Because I'm about to chew you out for some random thing that you did 6 months ago that you've held on resentfully over time, okay?
Well, let me say this real quick. And the difference between a man and a woman, and please don't receive this in the wrong way. A woman, the difference about a woman and a man is that a woman, if she has something inside that don't want to say to her man, sooner or later she's going to blow up. A man is different.
They call me Kitty Kaboom for a reason.
Yeah, she kaboom, all right. But a man aspect, we men, we learn how to hide in a cave, and we're good at that. We're good at that. As soon as we are in a cave, we get comfortable and we don't want to come out. By me saying this, is mean we don't open up. We say, okay, whatever, we're okay. You just tell the wife, oh, I'm good. But in reality, deep inside, you're suffering. We're good at that. We could be like that 10 years and don't even open up.
Yeah.
It's not good for you. Health-wise and everything, it's not good for you. You need to express. God put emotions on you for a reason, not for you to shut yourself down.
Yeah.
So.
Put it all together and turn it all about. What advice do you have for, I guess, women who are battling with that on how to help navigate? Because I'll give from my perspective, just be patient, but persistent. Which sounds very contradictory, but is actually things that go hand in hand. It's you got to continually ask, how can I be of service, right? How could I help you? You look like you're struggling or you're down and out today. And if you're married, ask if you can take a little pressure off.
Speak his love language. That's a way for you to enter.
No. If you married, ask how you can take a little pressure off. Okay.
Like I said, love language.
He's gonna give that advice of how from both a male and a female. So
Yeah, sure. So my advice to you is, like, if you're a female that is watching this video right now and you're waiting for an advice from me, my advice is that try to work your way in slowly. If you have a man that is very machista, how you say that in English? Macho man, I guess.
Yeah, a big flexum.
You know, that doesn't open up. You know, don't force him to open up. That's one thing that you shouldn't do, because a lot of women want their men to open up emotionally. Not all the man's going to do that. But there's different ways that you can approach things. You know, first of all, you can pray for him. Or second of all, you can find some ways that you can speak his love language, or go out on a date, or do breakfast and sit down with him and try to engage, try to start the engagement of the conversation. Tell him, hey babe, really, how do you feel? Like, I feel in my heart that something is wrong, and I want to help you. What can I do? Like my wife was saying earlier. But don't force it. Like, that's one thing that I don't encourage, is don't force your way in. If you see that he keeps shutting you down, then just pray to the Lord that the Lord touches hard for him to open up to you.
Like this.
Yeah, just pray, because certain things we can't change our men. And I say this right now, in marriage or in relationship, you can't change anybody.
Nah. Actually, what ends up happening is people don't change. A quote that I learned was, people become more of who they are as they get older.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something that's bothering you now, it's going to keep bothering you, because it's going to become more of that.
It's like one day, my wife, right, she was angry at me. And out of nowhere, she told me, babe, take your socks off and come over here to the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And I said, for what? You know, we were upset with one another. But what she did is she took the machine and gave me a pedicure while she was upset. And by doing that, that humbled me and allowed me to have the opportunity to open up. And believe me or not, I asked my wife, I said, babe, why are you doing this? And she was telling me, well, this is my way of my humbleness, of showing you that, you know, I am surrendering. The point is that opened my heart for me to open up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I encourage you to do the same as well. Might not be the feats, but might some other areas.
Well, it's been real, y'all. The battery's about to die.
Yep.
But if you enjoyed this content, want more of it, please comment and subscribe. Let me know. Let us know. Mm-hmm. If you're going to try some humbling tactics, asking questions, and being patient. It has been real. Subscriptions actually mean a huge deal to us right now as creators. So it doesn't cost you anything but a click.
And one last thing, man. If you consider yourself a superhero in your families and you're trying not to show your emotions, there's nothing wrong with you for a superhero to receive help as well. Love you guys.
Grace and peace.